Your client has arranged for an Excelia surveillance satellite to provide real-time imagery over your base of operations. Activate full screen mode to see the big picture. Real beauty spot, right? Oh, before I forget, per the terms of your contract, I'm authorized to offer you diamonds for each task you complete successfully. Nothing like a little added incentive, right? There's nothing in here about what happens when you fail, but I'm sure we'll think of something. As you build up your forces, you're going to need to fly in rations to feed them. The more rations you have coming in, the larger the force you can support. Establish a landing zone to start receiving resupply missions. Remember to upgrade your LZs to maximize the amount of supplies you have coming in. The locals cleared out months ago, and what they left behind, you don't want to eat. Trust me. Your client has set up resupply missions for your rations with the Syndicate, but you're going to need to produce your own munitions, especially if you plan on fielding offensive units. Set up a munitions factory to establish your own production capability. Good work. Now you've got ammo. Let's continue. Fuel. Your forces, especially your defensive units, aren't going anywhere without it. Luckily for you, Zandia has some of the richest oil reserves in the world, and it looks like no one around here is going to miss a few million barrels. Build an oil derrick to tap a local wellhead and start producing your own supply. Excellent. So, quick recap. Run out of rations, your operation starves to death. Run out of fuel, and your multi-million-dollar equipment is scrap metal. No munitions? Well, maybe you can just point your guns at the other guys and say bang. Get a handle on these resources early if you hope to stand a chance out here. Networking. Yes, even here, your success is going to depend on your relationships. Negotiating contracts with the major private military companies in the region will unlock access to new buildings, capabilities, and units. Go build the contracting office so your contracting officers can begin drawing up contracts with PMCs. This isn't a drive-through. You're gonna have to build a reputation with these companies before they give you access to the big guns. You didn't bring any business cards, did you? No? No. Of course you didn't. Okay, it's time you got your operation off the ground. go negotiate an infrastructure contract with Ramstein Secure Logistics to get your basic services up and running. Nice. RSL is the best in the business. You'll need their support for a whole range of basic services. Check your contract reports to view your recently approved or modified contracts and monitor your new contract referrals. The contracting office will handle all the paperwork, so you can focus on blowing things up with your combat explosion chopper guns or whatever it is you people do. You're still fresh meat here, so your contract office will deal with the negotiations. This one was easy, but you'll need to spend more time at your command acquiring referrals before you can close the deal on advanced contracts. Good news! One of my other trainee commanders had a misunderstanding with his client and, well, let's just say his command has been unexpectedly terminated. Oh hell, we're all friends here. I had to shoot him and disband his unit. Anyway, that's not the point. The silver lining is, now that I've got a group of highly trained soldiers still serving out their contract, I'm reassigning them over to you. You're welcome. Go read your report on their arrival. Now, don't say I never did anything nice. New intel just came in. You've got your first search and destroy mission. Unidentified mercenary forces have been reported holding positions in your area of operations. Assemble a strike force, get in there, and take them out. I was afraid of this. Those mercs were working with Zhengxi. It looks like you've got their attention sooner than expected. But it also looks like you brought back some new recruits. Search and destroy missions will sometimes pay off with free friendly units, resources, and special mission items. Or may just get your men massacred with nothing to show for it but experience points. The client considers these targets of opportunity, so deciding if and when you want to engage them is your call. These search and destroy missions offer you an easy way to build up your forces before engaging rival bases. Right now, you don't want to draw attention to yourself from other outfits, trust me. We've spotted another force one click out from your position. You know what to do. Ooh, that one had to hurt. Now, you're doing well, but before you go after every Zhengxi position in your theater of operations, remember that these guys have what we in the business call infinite resources and essentially no regard for human life. So, expect them to put up tougher resistance as you take on higher levels. You're getting the hang of this, but so are they. You'll notice that they're already building up larger forces, and they'll only get tougher as you go. Don't forget that there's no penalty for standing down for a while as you rebuild your forces. Don't get too excited. ZHG search and destroy missions put the battle on the enemy's turf, but when you start taking on rival commanders, they'll have no problem bringing the fight to your base. Okay, for your next task, we'll be filling out requisition forms in triplicate. Sorry, joking. No, now we're gonna get you some units. Negotiate a Sharp and Myers standard light infantry contract to get some boots on the ground for offensive operations. You can always renegotiate contracts to get better conditions. This will improve the combat stats of your units, but you'll have to spend a little extra for the newer weapons and specialized training. Believe me, it's worth it. Your light infantry are going to need somewhere to live, train, and sleep between patrols. Build the barracks to start deploying new combat units. AC, free Wi-Fi, I think they even get HBO. No wonder these guys go private sector. Sharp and Myers riflemen serve as your basic offensive light infantry units. Lightly armed but quick to train, what they lack in firepower they make up for in numbers and training time. You've got the contract. Now go requisition some so we can get started with offensive operations. Oh yeah, in case it isn't obvious, riflemen and other offensive units are not to be used for defending your base or captured territories. Ever. They're not trained or equipped for it. You'd be better off just stacking them around your perimeter as sandbags. PAG sappers are experts at defensive warfare. Tank traps, landmines, urban combat. You see those shotguns? Yeah, those aren't for skeet shooting. Have your contract office negotiate a Primum Agman Group standard sapper and site security contract. Contracting is the new face of modern warfare, my friend. Privatized use of force conducted by consenting, trained professionals. Civilized, right? So, need some heavy armor? Talk to your friendly Jericho rep. Close air support? Excelia has everything from surveillance drones to combat aviation brigades. I think they even do free shipping now. Oh, and what if the other guy hires the same company? You wouldn't believe what they can do with non-disclosure agreements these days. Free market capitalism. Gotta love it. All right, you've got your PAG contract squared away, so go ahead and hire 2 sappers to guard your base. Remember, do not send them on assault missions or you'll be shipping them home air freight. Excellent. PAG sappers are effective against infantry in close-quarters defensive combat, but you're going to want to back them up with more reinforcements or heavy infantry units as soon as possible. You will periodically receive briefing emails from the Syndicate on behalf of your employer. Now that your satellite uplink is up and running, go check your email inbox. You may also use email to communicate securely with other commanders across Zandia. This channel is secure, but please, let's try and keep things professional. This is a place of business. The Syndicate is a performance-based organization, and we pride ourselves on retaining the best talent on the market. To ensure we meet that high standard, your performance will be monitored, your failures noted, and your accomplishments added to your file. Check the achievements window to get a feel for your progress. Hey now, don't worry, you just got here. I'm sure it'll look more impressive in a few weeks. And if it doesn't, well, you won't be in much of a condition to worry about it. Just focus on your mission and you'll be just fine. Ooh, messy. I think maybe you enjoyed that one a little too much. All right, you got another one coming up. Let's do this one quick and clean, okay? Outstanding. You'll be ready to start playing with the big boys any day now. Trashing Zhengxi forces is fun, but remember, you've also got other outfits to worry about. Expend all your troop strength on these side missions, you're gonna find yourself in trouble when your neighbors come to visit.
I guess this means you're in. Let's get started. Last year, one of our clients contracted a certain Colonel Francis Waiguru to provide security for a mineral survey team in the Zandian Highlands. After reaching the site location, the Colonel massacred the team and resold the survey data to ZHG operatives. Our client is understandably upset and wants to send a very strong message to future contractors. One of our informants has spotted Waiguru traveling with the ZHG expeditionary force close to your position. Make an example of him.
It's time to take advantage of that legendary German efficiency. In addition to base management services, Ramstein Secure Logistics has the best private transport capabilities in the region. You'll need to negotiate a heavy transport contract with them before you can begin trading with other bases. After NATO privatized Ramstein Air Base in 2015, these guys ended up with the bulk of the 86th Airlift Wing. If it'll fit on a flatbed, chopper, or plane, RSL can put it anywhere in the world in 24 hours. Once you've built your logistics exchange, you can start swapping supplies, fuel, ammunition, and contract referrals with other commanders. Upgrading the logistics exchange increases the number of trade convoys you have available for transactions. Trade is going to be a major part of your mission here. Other bases may be your rivals, but Zandia isn't the kind of place where you want to find yourself low on supplies or out of gas, believe me. It's a long walk to Botswana. Trade is going to be a major part of your mission here. Other bases may be your rival.